Hi, my name is Sally, and today I am doing a bit of fan art with Tim Burton's Corpse Ride. It is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I like him a lot as a director. And this was a piece that was supposed to actually get transferred onto better paper if I liked her, but as you'll see, she never actually made it out of the sketchbook. I just had so much fun lining her and coloring her that I just couldn't take the time to actually transfer her onto better paper. And fortunately for me, I decided I wanted to go with colored pencils. And so this paper is just some knockoff drawing paper from, like, I believe Walgreens. So it's not the best paper, but it took colored pencils really well. And you'll see at the end that I ended up going behind the color pencil with some colorless blender marker. For y'all who don't know, um, if you're working color pencil, colorless blender markers work really well and, like, just smoothing out all the little imperfections of the color pencil. So yeah, I was really happy with that. And she's one of my favorite characters just because she's such a tragic heroine. She's this beautiful girl who should have had a lifetime of happiness and ends up being betrayed and forlorn and dead. Can't forget the dead. So if you're wondering about, like, the bone sticking out of her arm, or, well, the lack of meat on one of her arms and the little mark on her face, that's because she's dead. And so yeah, there were a couple of times where I was trying shading techniques that didn't end up working out, but thankfully, at least for me, color pencil tends to be a forgiving medium. And I've heard other artists that I really love say that they don't think it is, but for me, at least, maybe I'm not doing it right, but it seems to be fairly forgiving and fairly flexible. As long as you're doing light layers, you can lift it some, you can move it around a little bit. I do love working in it. It's just a lot of hand wrist work, and so it does make your hands really hurt and tired. But I lined it in Copic multi-liners in a couple different sizes, and she's colored in Prismacolors. The original sketch was done with the General's light blue, non-photo blue pencil. But to be honest, I'm not a big fan of this pencil just because it doesn't erase as well as some of the other erasable color pencils do. Colorase erases better. The Pentel Eno mechanical color pencils erase better. It's just, I find that this is not the easiest one. However, because she was blue, I didn't feel as bad, or like I really needed to use something that was really erasable, just because, yeah, she's blue. So yeah, like I said, I just kind of fell in love with this piece while I was doing it, and I just had so much fun. And I think that's all I have to say about the piece. It was fun to do. It didn't take too long. Um, it took maybe a couple hours, and that was just because I would keep going back to it because I wanted it to be perfect. And that being said, about how much I liked the movie, and I don't even remember the girl's name. I'm fairly certain that she wasn't called Corpse Bride through the whole movie, but for the life of me, I can't remember what they did call her. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments below. So here I am just going in with a Sigma Uniball white gel pen. Oh, and here I go in with that marker I was telling y'all about, that colorless Splendor, just to get the hair more uniformed and the skin more uniformed. And that that took a while too. The cool thing was that it didn't, like, I was worried a little bit about puggling and like warping the paper, but it didn't do any of that stuff. So the paper actually did better than I expected getting wet. Because I was all ready for some serious puggling, but it maintained its shape really well. I was very pleased with that. It did have the color show through after I added it, but since I tend to plan on color showing through, that wasn't a big problem. But anyway, we're getting towards the end of the video, and I appreciate y'all viewing, watching, commenting. Like it, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more. Tell me who your favorite characters are. Who you like to see. I mean, I can't promise anything because I'm still a beginner artist, but if I can draw it, I will definitely give it my best try. And anyway, I will talk to y'all later, and y'all have a wonderful weekend, and